Hi there, welcome to your mat. Welcome to your yoga practice. My name is Ashley, you can call me Ash. I'll be guiding you through a 30-minute yoga video today. We will be focusing on the hips and the legs and the glutes. So go ahead, put on some comfortable clothing, grab your yoga mat, and I'll meet you back here and we'll get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and lay down on our backs. Starting in Shavasana, the legs are long. Let your feet turn out to the sides. Arms resting down by your sides, turn your palms face up. You can even slightly tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. And as you close your eyes, settle into stillness. If anyone has any tightness in your lower back, you can bend your knees, plant your feet, untuck your tailbone, let the lower back rest on your mat, helps alleviate some of that tension. And then if you heel toe your feet a little wider, you can allow your knees to touch. Settling into stillness. Preparing ourselves mentally for our practice, start to let go of any thoughts that will not serve you on your mat. Let go of the past, let go of any to-do lists, any future plans. Can you find yourself in the present moment? And then take this moment to go inward, feeling into your body, connecting that mind-body relationship, that mind-body connection. Just notice how you feel. And then as we stay in the present moment, start to focus on your breathing. Follow the in and out flow of your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Starting to lengthen the duration of your breath. Inhaling a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, filling the belly, filling the chest. And exhale through the nose, taking your time, release the air slowly and mindfully. 2 more like this. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the chest. And nice slow breath out through the nose, let it fall. 1 more. Let's inhale deeply here. Maybe find a little pause at the top of your breath, a moment of stillness. And then as you exhale, slowly release. Maybe give the lungs a little squeeze, maybe give the belly a little squeeze, remove any stale air. And then slowly start to bring movement back into your body by wiggling the fingers and toes. Gently rock the head from side to side. And then as you bend through your elbows, rotate the wrists, maybe rotate the ankles at the same time. And then switch directions. From here, just start to open and close your hands. And at the same time, spread your fingers and toes wide. Spread your toes, spread your fingers, open and close the hands. All right, and then from here, let's bring our knees into our chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Take an inhale first. And as you exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Bring your nose to your knees. Find yourself in a tight little ball. And then inhale to release your head and just gently rock from side to side. All right, let's feel into our hips. Place your hands on your knees. And then we'll find an egg beater style motion. So as you inhale, separate the knees and then make 2 large circles as you move them around and away from you and then together and back into the chest. Separate the knees, make circles, bring them around, away from you, and then together and back in. Find these egg beater style motions, rotating, feeling the hips move in their sockets. And then next time the knees come into the chest, switch directions. All right, coming back to center, we're going to move into something called nerve flossing. Place your left foot on the mat in line with your left hip, and then lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Try to straighten the knee, but if that doesn't happen today, keep a little bend. And then flex your right foot. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, start to draw your shin towards your nose. Feel your hamstring stretch. Now, keeping the skin, the stretch, nice and taut, nice and tight, we're going to go ahead and point and flex the right foot a bunch of times. So soften through the shoulders, relax the back of the head and neck, and then go ahead and point the right foot and then flex. Point and flex. Keep going, moving nice and slow. Feel the movement, feel the skin on the top of the foot stretch every time you point, and feel the hamstring talk to you every time you flex. A couple more rounds. All right, and then from here, let's keep the foot flexed. Release your arms down by your sides, palms face down, and then slowly lower your right leg to hover a couple inches above the floor. Reach with your heel, again, try to straighten the knee, and then start again. Point and flex. Point and flex. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Next time the foot is flexed, stay flexed. Bring the leg back up to the ceiling. Now maybe you're able to walk the hands up the leg a little bit higher. Soften through the shoulders once again, and then go ahead and start. Point and flex. Point and flex. Excuse me, a couple more times. Well done. Next time the foot is flexed, stay there. And then as you release your hands, bend your knee and land in figure 4. So just above your right ankle, rests on your left thigh. Now let's keep the foot flexed. Use your right hand to gently press your right thigh away from you. Maybe wiggle your left heel closer to you. Notice the stretch. If this is enough, you can stay here, or inhale to lift up the left foot. Reach your right hand through your legs and interlace your hands behind your left hamstring. Exhale as you draw your knee a little bit closer to your chest. So what's happening here is we keep the right foot flexed to protect the right knee. Our left knee is drawing towards the chest, and maybe use your right elbow to press your right knee away from your chest. So the left knee is moving in, the right knee is moving away. Then as you soften through your shoulders, maybe add a little rock from side to side. Breathe into where you feel the stretch the most. If you'd like to stay in stillness, you can stay here, or if this is too much, you can always return your left foot to the mat. Find one more deep breath. And then when you're ready, slowly release your left foot, uncross your right foot, readjust your hips if you need to, plant your feet mat distance apart, and enjoy a little windshield wiper of the knees. Okay, let's find our nerve flossing on the other side. So let's bring our right foot in line with our right hip, then plant the foot, knee is bent, lift your left leg up to the ceiling, and then start to flex your left foot, interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Maybe there's a little bend in the knee, but try to straighten the knee. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, draw your shin towards your nose. Feel that hamstring stretch. All right, now once you've found the stretch, the skin is nice and tight and taut, go ahead and start pointing and flexing the left foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Maybe you spread the toes as you do this. Continue to use a little bit of arm strength here as you keep drawing your shin towards your nose, but remember just to soften your shoulders away from your ears. Connecting with your body. Every point you feel a stretch on the top of the foot, Every flex, you feel the hamstring area talk to you. All right, 1 or 2 more times. And then next time the foot is flexed, stay there. Release your arms down by your sides, palms face down, and then slowly lower your left leg to hover a couple inches above the floor. A little bit of core activation, left leg is strong. Try to straighten the knee as you reach with the heel, and then go ahead and start again. Point and flex. Point and flex. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Next time the foot is flexed, keep it flexed. Bring your leg back up to the ceiling and then maybe walk your hands higher. Maybe you reach the calf, maybe you reach the ankle this time. Start with a flexed foot. Take an inhale here. Exhale, draw your shin towards your nose, and then go ahead and start again. Point and flex. Point and flex. Remember to soften through your shoulders. Breathing as you go. We're almost there. 1 or 2 more times. All right, well done. Now, when you stop, we'll release the hands. Bend your left knee and land in figure 4. Just above the left ankle, rests on your right thigh. And then flex your left foot. Curl your toes back to protect your left knee joint. Use your left hand to gently press your thigh away from you. Maybe wiggle the right heel closer to you. Now, if this is enough, you can stay, or inhale to lift up the right foot, reach your left arm through the window of the legs and interlace your hands behind your right hamstring. Don't forget about that left foot, make sure it's flexed. Then let's see how deep we can take this stretch. Inhale first, and as you exhale, draw your right knee a little bit closer to you. Inhale again. And if you're able, use your left elbow as you exhale to press your left thigh away from you. Find this opposing stretch here. Right knee moves towards you, left knee moves away from you. And then we breathe. Unclench your teeth. Soften the little space between your eyebrows. Try to find softness elsewhere in the body. All right, now if you like, add a gentle rock from side to side. All right, coming back to center, slowly unclasp your hands, lower your right foot, uncross your left foot, plant your feet mat distance apart, and enjoy a little windshield wiper of the knees. All right, from here we're going to move into our bridge pose. So bring your knees back to center. Again, plant your feet in line with your hips. Now, as you bring your arms down by your sides, see if you can tickle your heels with your fingertips. And then spread your fingers nice and wide, turn your palms face down, press into your palms, maybe even your forearms. And then as you inhale, start to peel your hips off the mat. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Maybe you turn your palms to face each other. Maybe you slightly tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. And then as you really ground down through the feet, maybe you lift the hips a little higher. Squeeze your glutes. All right, now from here, we're gonna add a little movement. So keep the hips nice and high. And then as you inhale, roll to the outer edges of the feet. Open your knees out to the sides. And then as you exhale, return your knees back to center in line with your hips. Inhale, open the knees. See if you can keep the hips lifted. Exhale, return the knees back to center. A few more. Inhale, open the knees. Exhale, return. Inhale to open. Exhale, return. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back. Inhale to open. Exhale, come back. Breathe, we're almost there. Inhale to open. And then exhale, come back and stay. Maybe it's burning and that's okay. We gotta use our breath now. Now, as you inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, lower the hips to hover just an inch or 2 off the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Squeeze your glutes to the top. Exhale, lower to hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Almost there. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale, lift and hold. Breathing here for 3. Squeeze those glutes for 2. Lift a little bit higher for 1. And as you exhale, roll all the way down, nice and slow, until the tailbone settles. Just take a moment here to pause. And then once the tailbone is comfortably resting on your mat, bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, maybe rock from side to side. All right, we have one more round of bridge, but we're going to change it up. Add a little bit of fuel and fire to our hamstrings in a different area of the glutes. So when you're ready, return your feet to the mat. Find your feet hip distance apart, and then turn your palms face down, spread your fingers nice and wide, but this time take one step towards the bottom of your mat with your feet. So you've now created a longer, more lengthened bridge. All right, now from here, press into your palms, press into your feet, inhale, lift the hips. Try to squeeze the glutes. Now this is optional, but you can try maybe lift your toes. So our heels are driving into the mat, but our toes are lifted. Keep squeezing the glutes, keep the hips nice and high. Now, option to try and add a little movement. Keeping the knees bent, inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, return. Inhale, lift the left heel. Exhale, return. Now inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower to hover. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale to hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Now this time, inhale, lift the hips high and hold. Exhale to squeeze your glutes. Now inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale to return. Inhale, lift the left leg. Keep your hips even if you can. Exhale to return. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower to hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower all the way down. 1 vertebra at a time. Let the tailbone settle. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a little hug as you gently rock from side to side. All right, from here we are going to rock and roll up to seated. Now you have a couple methods to this. You can lift your legs and just place your hands on your hamstrings and then lift your hips and rock and roll. Or you can cross at the ankles and grab the pinky edges of the feet, the outer edges, and then see if you can rock and roll like this. Or you can bring your heels together, wrap your peace fingers around your big toes, open your knees out to the side, and see if you can rock and roll like this. So there's lots of ways to play as you rock and roll. Let it be fun, let it be silly, there's no right or wrong. Just give the length of your spine a little massage, rock and roll a few times, and then land upright. Okay, we're gonna come to Baddha Konasana, so diamond shape with the legs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Wiggle the flesh out from under your sit bones, making this butterfly shape with the legs. Now you can interlace your hands around your toes, or you can hold on to your shins. The closer your heels are towards your body, the more intense. The farther away, the less intense. Now you want to do your best to sit up nice and tall, and then we're actually going to bounce our knees, so go ahead and flutter those butterfly wings. Try to keep length in the spine. Try to keep the chest nice and lifted, and see if you can create this little bounce, a little bit of movement. Just feeling into the hips, sitting up nice and tall. All right, and then slowly bring your butterflies to stillness. Take an inhale to grow taller, and then exhale, fold over your diamond-shaped legs. Now, if you want to use your forearms, you can use them to help open those inner thighs, and then maybe take your thumbs to the arches of your feet. And then as you bring the pinky edges of the feet together, try to open your feet so the soles of the feet face the ceiling. At the same time, your inner thighs are opening. All right, breathing here, maybe round the spine, You can bring your forehead towards your feet. Take one more deep breath. All right, now inhale to slowly roll up. Place your hands outside your thighs and use your hands to help close your knees. Plant your feet a little wider than your hips. You can lower your hands and just enjoy a little windshield wiper. All right, let's make our way into tabletop. So go ahead, swing your legs around back. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And we'll just enjoy 3 cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop your belly, micro bend the elbows, shine the heart forward as you look up. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, round the spine, press the floor away as you look towards your belly. Inhale to cow, little micro bend of the arms. Look up last. Exhale, tuck the tailbone first, round the spine, look to the belly. One more, see if you can start the inhale by lifting the tailbone, then drop the belly, then lift the head. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, look to the belly. Returning to neutral tabletop. Let's bring our knees a little bit wider, and then bring your big toes together. And then take a step forward with your hands. You can keep the arms nice and straight here. All that's going to happen is we're going to inhale to lower our hips towards the floor, lower our belly towards the floor, shine the heart forward, feel this stretch. And then exhale, sit your hips towards your heels to your child's pose. Twice more. Inhale to come forward. Just lower the hips, keep the arms straight. And exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Last one. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to sit back. All right, inhale back to neutral. Adjust your hands, adjust your knees to tabletop. Now let's find our first downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Spread your fingers wide. Your hands are shoulder distance or wider, and then your feet are hip distance or closer. You can keep a little bend in the knees. You can keep your heels slightly lifted. And then let's try to bring the majority of the weight into our feet, taking some of the pressure out of the wrists, making this upside down V shape with the body. From here, you can add a little movement. Inhale high to your toes, and then as you exhale, bend your right knee and lower your left heel. Inhale high to your toes, and then exhale, bend your left knee, lower your right heel. And then just keep pedaling the feet. Keep lifting the tailbone. Keep drawing your chest towards your thighs. Well done. Let's return to stillness. Take an inhale high to the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and tiptoe to the top of your mat. Let's land in a forward fold. Bend your knees a lot. Release your head in your hands. Maybe give your head a little shake. Maybe give your head a little nod. All right, from here, let's inhale, halfway lift. Hands to legs. Whether you press into your shins or whether you press into your thighs, find a flat back. And then exhale to fold. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now plant your hands, step your left foot back, and lower your left knee. Come up to your right thigh, finding your low lunge. Now from here, you can place your hands on your hips, and then feel the tuck of your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Notice what that does to your left hip flexor. And then release your tailbone. It's like you're sticking your butt out. And then tuck your tailbone. Feel the stretch to the front of the left hip. Two more. Release. And then tuck. Release. And then tuck. Now on the last one, release. And then tuck and hold. Breathing here for 3. Feel the stretch in the front of the left thigh for 2. And for 1. Good. Now lower your hands to frame the right foot, and then sweep your right foot back to tabletop. Switching sides, left foot comes forward, and then come up to your thigh. Maybe you tuck your right toes for stability. The knee is stacked over the ankle, and the hip is stacked over the knee. All right, now finding your hips. Go ahead and take an inhale here, and then exhale, tuck your tail underneath you. Feel the front of the right hip slightly push forward and feel that stretch. And then exhale to release. Inhale to tuck. Feel the stretch in the front of the quad all the way up. And exhale to release. 3 more. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to release. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to release. Last one. Inhale to tuck. And hold. Breathing here for 3. Keep those tailbones tucked, those sit bones underneath. For 2, and for 1, slowly release. Lower your hands to frame the left foot. Sweep your foot back, and let's return to downward facing dog. All right, moving into our high lunge. Let's inhale the right leg high. Find your 3-legged dog. And then as you exhale, try to bring your knee to your nose. And once you've found it there, try to step your foot between your hands. Staying on the left toes, slowly come up all the way to your high crescent lunge. Good. Now from here, we're going to build a little bit of strength. Take an inhale first. Exhale, bend and hover the left knee. Good. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Just 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, last one. Well done. Good. Now inhale, straighten the leg, and then bring your hands to your hips. See if you can straighten the right knee, and then exhale, fold over the right leg. Maybe lower your hands to your shin. Maybe you're able to reach the floor. If you need a micro bend in that right knee, listen to your body. Take 1 more deep breath. And then re-bend the right knee. See if you can come all the way back up to your high lunge. Now hands to heart center, warrior 3. Inhale to lean forward, and then see if you can lift the left foot. Maybe straighten the right leg, or again, micro bend the knee. Then maybe reach your arms behind you. Come to your airplane wings. Engage your core. Standing leg is strong. Focus your eyes on a spot that isn't moving. Take 1 more deep breath. And exhale, forward fold. Release your left foot beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step to downward facing dog. Take a moment here to reset. And we're going to do the other side. So when you're ready, inhale the left leg high. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Try to shift forward into a plank. And then once you've found yourself there, try to step your foot between your hands. Stay high on the right toes this time, and see if you can rise all the way up to high crescent lunge. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Hips are nice and square. We're high on the right toes. Now let's take an inhale here. Exhale, bend and hover the right knee. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to hover. Good. Inhale to straighten. Only 2 more. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Last one. Exhale to bend. Well done. Inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, try to straighten the left knee. Find a straight spine. And then as you exhale, fold. Maybe you pause halfway. Maybe you hold on to your shin. Maybe you're able to release to the floor. Maybe you're able to release the crown of the head. Micro bend that left knee if you're not able to keep it straight. Breathing here, just 1 more deep breath. All right, slowly bend the left knee. Now let's inhale, come all the way up back to high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finishing with warrior 3, lean forward. Take off with your right foot. Flex the right foot and see if you can balance on your left leg. The idea here is to make a T shape with the body. Maybe reach the arms behind you. It's okay if you fall out of the pose, just come right back into it. Focus your eyes, pick your drishti, core is tight. Take one more deep breath, and as you exhale, bend both knees, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, come to kneeling, and then spread your knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch, sit your hips back, reach your arms in front of you, lower your forehead, lower your chest. Enjoy your child's pose. Notice how you feel. Notice any sensations in the body. This comes to the end of our practice. You can enjoy a minute or two in rest. I will play some calming, soft music. You may stay in your child's pose, or if you want to transition into Shavasana, whenever you feel ready, go ahead and lay down on your back. Maybe enjoy a windshield wiper of the knees. Maybe give yourself a little hug, bringing your knees into your chest. But for 1 to 2 minutes, just enjoy a moment of calm, peace, and stillness. Allow the body to relax. Let your breath come back to you. And allow your body to take in the benefits of everything you just did. Thank you so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below of other videos and things you'd like to see. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. From my love and light to yours, have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.